What's going on? This is Jada Black, back with another video. I'm going to be talking about Rachel Dolezal. Apparently she's back in the news, and it's not for a good reason. Now, according to the dailycaller.com, apparently Rachel Dolezal is jobless, living on food stamps, and is going to be evicted from her home soon. It says former NAACP branch President Rachel Dolezal, who lied about being black but still identifies as black, is now jobless, living on food stamps, and expects to lose her home next month. Wow. There's no protected class for me, the former NAACP branch president told The Guardian. I'm this generic, ambiguous scapegoat for white people to call me a race traitor and to take out their hostility on me. And I am a target of anger and pain about white people from the black community. It's like I am the worst of all these worlds. Well, I mean, when you're lying about your ethnicity, people are going to feel some type of way. White people are going to feel disrespected that you would not want to claim your whiteness. I mean, there are white people out there who feel like they're better than everybody else. Let's just be real, okay? They do feel like their race is better. And when you reject that as a white person like she has, they're going to feel some kind of way. Now, I can also see where she says black people don't accept her because she lied about who she was to get to where she was. Now, I can understand that. And these are decisions that you made, Rachel Dolezal. You made those decisions. Now, there's another imposter that's running around claiming to be black. I wish someone would be able to find proof that he's who he is not claiming to be. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That guy runs around, pretending to be black, but look as white as snow. What is that? Sean King out here pretending to be black. Yeah, he needs to be exposed the very same way that Rachel Dolezal was exposed. But anyway. Dolezal has applied for over 100 jobs, but has received no offers, even from a supermarket. She has, however, been offered work in porn and reality TV. While a friend helped pay her rent for February, Dolezal expects she'll lose her home next month. I do think a more complex label would be helpful, but we don't really have that vocabulary, said the former Africana Studies instructor. I feel like the idea of being trans black would be much more accurate than I'm white, because I'm not white. Oh, here we go again with this shit. If you're going around calling yourself trans black, people are gonna think you're crazy. People are going to think you're crazy, man. I know we all want to be who we feel like in our minds that we are. When you become famous for lying about your ethnicity, it's going to be difficult for people to want to hire you. It's going to be difficult for people to want to be around you, Not saying it's an excuse, but this is exactly why you have to understand that there are consequences for actions. You pretended to be a black woman. You said that white people were perpetrating racism towards you. This is how you got found out, Rachel Dolezal. You called the news station and said that you were being harassed by white supremacists. Rachel Dolezal, see, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's your subconscious getting the better of you. You having to put up a front to show people that, people are being racist towards you, when really they weren't. You're just making it up because you knew in your mind that you weren't black, and you were in the NAACP of all places. Even though that organization isn't for black people, you made it to where you were in the NAACP, lying and manipulating people. Let me see. It wasn't like the honest thing to do is say I'm white, because race is a social construct, stated Dolezal to The Guardian, and this gave me this great sense of eternal freedom. I wasn't actually all fucked up. I was actually on to something this whole time. No, I think you were fucked up. I think people see you, unfortunately, they see you as being crazy. I'm not saying you're crazy, but people are going to perceive you, Rachel Dolezal, as being crazy. You know, you have a white, pale skinned female who just put some natural hair in her head, some braids or whatever. All of a sudden, and natural hairstyles and braids in her hair. All of a sudden, now you're claiming blackness. See, this goes to show you how far she got by lying about her race. Just shows you how color struck black people are, especially you black men, because I'm pretty sure she manipulated you Negroes the most. Now, I mean, I know y'all gonna be upset and say no, but listen, man, this woman looks white. Okay, she looks white, and when you make her head of any black organization, you need to know for sure. You know, but because a lot of you brothers like light-skinned women, you let it go. Black people, I mean, black women are too. They like light skin. That's why they're bleaching their skin and trying to look. I understand all that, but still, you know. Let's see. I'm not going to stoop and apologize and grovel and feel bad about it. I would just be going back to when I was little and had to be what everybody else told me I should be to make them happy. The former chair of the Spokane Police Ombudsman Group sunbathe, usually traditionally black hairstyles. Checked the black box on the employment and medical documents, responded to inquiries about her ethnicity with mixed. And if asked whether her mom or dad was black, she said her mom was white. Well, I will say this, though. Rachel Dolezal wants to be black more than a lot of these black women out here who claim mixed ethnicity. You know, you got a lot of dark-skinned, self-hating black women who love to claim that they're mixed. They love to claim that there's something else, you know? And they do it because they don't like their blackness. And I think why they were so triggered by Rachel Dolezal was because she actually wanted to be black. And I know that makes a lot of you women upset. But see, when you accept mixed people as black, you're also going to have these white people who want to be a part of the black community, and they're going to claim that they're mixed too, and that they should be a part of the black community. You can look at her upbringing, her being part of a white Christian fundamentalist parents who instilled that in her. And who also, she has said, beat her as well. So it may have been abusive to her. And ever since she was a kid, she had always wanted to be a black female. She even drew pictures of herself as a dark-skinned female and pretended like she was kidnapped from Africa. When her parents adopted black children, she braided their hair, educated them on black history, and began to see the world through black eyes. I'm going to say this. I'm not, the reason why I'm kind of pausing and I'm thinking about this, because this is troubling. I'm all for people being who they are. This is why I'm more socially liberal. I'm not really that much conservative. I'm all for people being who they are. You know? Just be who you are. If it makes you happy calling yourself black if you're white, then fine. But you're going to deal with backlashes. You're going to deal with the backlash. Okay, I'm not going to see you as black. But if you want to be called black and you think you're black in your mind, then so be it. I don't feel like anybody should force their ideology off on anybody. If you're a biracial person and you want to be called black, that's on you. But I'm going to see you as a biracial person. You know, people are going to see you as biracial. Some people may see you as black, you know. But it just seems like she's one of these females who never fit in with white people, who never fit in with whiteness. She hated her parents. She hated how she grew up. She hated being told that you needed to be this way or that way. Parents were very hard on her to the point to where she wanted to be a different race. Can you imagine that? Your parents are so difficult on you. They're beating you, telling you who you should be. When you look at her background, could you really say you'd blame her for her just wanting to be different? Even though there were many ways that she could have went about it. She did not have to be a part of the NAACP. She did not have to pretend like she was getting threats from the KKK, calling radio stations, exposing herself. But as I've said before, the subconscious is undefeated, and it always is going to show who we are. When we're not living our truths, it's going to expose us one way or the other. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on this.